Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. And so many of you are hitting the subscribe button. Thank you. I really mean it. Thank you very much. None of this is possible without you, so hitting the subscribe button is very kind of you. I really appreciate it, and you're helping me get to 100,000, and I can't thank you enough. But stay right there. I got a great show for you. Let's not fool around. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. You know, one of the things I've been trying not to talk about it, but it's gotten to the point where I got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. And like I said, the great thing about this show is if you don't read the comments on my show, you're missing out, because I have some of the smartest people. Have you ever just stopped and read the comments in my show? I have got some of the best people you could possibly ask for. They are so smart. So please make sure when you after watching this video, you check out the comments, because we got some really spectacular people making very good comments in there. And the thing I want to talk about today is, I don't know how to put this to you guys. I don't know how to say this to some of you, but if you're a Republican and you like Donald Trump, yeah, you're in a cult. Yeah. You're in a cult. You need to know that. And you know the reason that I know that is because there is no other reason for you guys to be following some old, out of his mind fat guy with makeup. It's just weird. Did you ever think you would be falling all over and praising this old man in orange makeup in a diaper? Is that how you envisioned your life? Because the thing that's most distressing is no matter how dumb he is, and he says some really dumb things. Let me give you a perfect example. He was talking about how horrific the trade deal is with Mexico and Canada. Yeah, terrible deal. I don't know who did this deal, but it's awful. Trump did it. Yeah, he literally did that deal. And see, he's so stupid that he doesn't even know you did it, dummy. You. But I could give you, I'm not going to bore you on this. I'm going to try not to bore you on this show and give you case after case after case of him just saying really dumb stuff. And like I said, if you ever want to see how dumb he is, just simply read the transcript of any time he speaks. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Just read the transcript, because you'll look and go, who talks like this? This looks like the speech of a 7-year-old. Uh-huh. That's what we've been telling you. Uh-huh. That's our point. But literally, the most frustrating thing is we can't talk to you about anything. Because when we bring stuff up to you about how dumb or how stupid or how clueless, and we bring you example after example, what blows our mind, I want you to understand, what we don't understand is, because I can't tell you how many times someone came up to me and go, did you see what Biden said today? Did you see what he said? I said, yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I think he's wrong. Yeah, said it many times. But you guys, you can't admit to Trump doing anything. I mean, nothing. This guy must poop flowers. You guys must be convinced when he goes to the toilet, flowers come out of his ass. I'm serious. You must be convinced of that. because there is, and that is the most frustrating thing, because if you break it down, if you don't have this cult thing going on, and if you just look at it if you were talking to a Martian and said, look at this guy's history and look what he's done, the Martian would be like, that person should be in jail. That is an awful person. He has bankrupted how many businesses? He's failed at all of that stuff. He's got how many felonies? He's ripped off how many people? And he's your president? Yeah, he's our president. And the thing that is so frustrating is you guys don't even realize you're in a cult. And that's the most frustrating thing, because even when we try to say, what about this? What about this? What about this? You see nothing. So just so you know, if you think there's nothing wrong with Donald Trump, there's nothing wrong with him. You're in a cult. And you're part of it. You're part of the cult. Because when you see no fault in a leader, none, zero faults, yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And the part none of us can understand is why you would fall into that cult thing for somebody like that, for some old, fat, orange guy in a diaper. I can imagine being in the Halle Berry cult. I can imagine that, because she's like really hot, has been for decades. I can understand that. But being in the old, fat, orange guy with the diaper, with the bad comb over, that's your hero? That's your cult leader? Sorry, that's just weird. Just weird. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you in the cult? Are you out of the cult? Let me know in the comments. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to the Dray Way. A lot more to come. Stay right there. Oh, the hot thing in the news is this. A federal judge has said, yeah, you don't have the power. You don't have the right, not under any law, any statute, anything, do you have the right to be firing these federal workers. You have no say in it. But what the judge doesn't understand, they don't care, because nobody's there to stop them. That's what no one seems to understand. They're going to do whatever they want because there's no one there to stop them. And even when someone tries to stop them and tries to say, hey, for example, a federal judge said, hey, knock this off. You got to send that federal aid money. Oh, we're going to go run to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court within a few hours said, yeah, okay, we'll put a halt on it for now. Really? Really, Supreme Court? Really? In just a few hours, you decided, here's a federal judge that has looked at this, gone through this, and made a determination, and in a few hours, you halt that? You would never do that for Obama or for a Democratic president. You would never do that. So the Supreme Court, you guys just minimize yourself. You guys just look like an addition to all the politics. That's all you are. You don't look like real justices anymore. You're just right-wing nut jobs that will do whatever the right wing says. So now you just get that feeling of what the judges say doesn't matter. And even if it did matter, they're just going to go to the Supreme Court anyway. And the Supreme Court's just going to go, oh yeah, whatever he wants to do. Yeah, that's the country we live in now. We live in a country where Donald Trump can do whatever he wants. Damn the judges. Damn the judges. Because like I said, here's a federal judge looking at the whole case going, what are you guys doing? You have no authority to do this. None. No law, no statute, no, nothing. Do they care? No. They don't have to care. What are you going to do about it? That's what you need to understand right now. That's Donald Trump, right? What are you going to do about it? You can't do it. You can't. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Hate to say it, but that's where we're at right now. What are you going to do about it? And no one has an answer. Nobody. Because these Republicans in the Senate and the House, gutless. You guys are gutless. Because you'll stand behind in the shadows and go, yeah, Trump is terrible. This is awful what he's doing. This is terrible. But you don't have the guts to stand up. And just so you know, history will not be kind to you guys. You Republicans that let this country get torn up by this nut job, by this Donald Trump who has experience in, I don't know, he was a good game show host? Yeah. You guys sat by and did nothing. With Democrats screaming and yelling. What are you doing? You guys just sat back and let it all happen. Yeah. You're supposed to be senators and House members. You're nothing. You are absolutely nothing. Because you were supposed to take an oath to protect this country and the Constitution. Yeah, that oath didn't mean much to you, did it? Because this president is doing whatever he wants and is looking at you in your face and saying, oh, you don't like it? What are you going to do about it? Let me know what you think in the comments. You guys are the best in the comments anyway. Hit up a comment. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. Don't go anywhere. You know, some of you have asked me why I kind of pick on Republicans. I kind of pick on Republicans because it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why you would call yourself a Republican for what? What is that? You're Republican because why? No one that's supposedly a Republican can tell me why they're Republican, which just tells me that they're just racist then. Because if you can't specifically tell me why you're Republican, you're just doing it for the white party. You're just doing it because I want to join the white people. Let's just say it. But I wish you would just say it. Well, I'm Republican because when I go, it's all white people. Okay, that would be honest. But instead, you guys say things like, I'm fiscally conservative. No, stop it. Stop it. You're not fiscally conservative on anything. That's not a thing. Republicans don't save money when they come into office. They spend more money. Like the budget they just proposed increases spending by trillions and trillions and trillions. So stop with the whole fiscally conservative thing. You know, what else you got? Really, what else do you have? Because you're not for a better power grid. You're not for better transportation. You're not for better health care. You're not for better school. You're not for better anything. You're not for better nothing. And this administration is a perfect illustration. You're not trying to make anything better. You're just trying to tear everything apart. That's all. You're just trying to tear apart our institutions, which our institutions are in place there to stop people from just being a dictator and a fraudster. You know, it's to protect fraud. And when you get rid of institutions, who's there for checks and balances? Nobody. And that's what they're really going for. That's what this whole thing's really about. If you haven't figured that out yet, yeah, you're kind of slow. Yeah. Because the only reason to start getting rid of all these departments is just to centralize all the power in one spot. And that is not the Constitution, folks. That's not it at all. And every single day, we're pulling further and further away from what our founding fathers put together. And it's looking more and more like a centralized part of power under the presidency and creating a king. And you guys are okay with it, a lot of you, because it's Donald Trump. If it was Obama, you would be screaming from the mountaintops. But because it's this old fat guy that paints himself orange, you're suddenly okay with it. And that, my friends, means you're in a cult. Have a great day, everybody. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. The Dray Way comes to you each and every day. Thanks for joining me today. Please check out the other shows, and don't forget to check out the Dray Way again every day, including tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.